Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I have a couple of little quick books for um, just for story time, and they happen to all be there are two Dr. Seuss and a P.D. Eastman, and these are kind of favorites too. So let's start with Mr. Brown Can Moo. Can you? Can you? Oh, the wonderful sounds Mr. Brown can do. He can sound like a cow. He can go moo, moo. He can sound like a bee. Mr. Brown can buzz. How about you? Can you go buzz, buzz? Let me hear it. Good job. He can sound like a cork. Pop, 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 pop. He can sound like horse feet. Clop, clop, clop. He can sound like a rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. He can sound like an owl. Hoo, 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 hoo. Mr. Brown can do it. How about you? Can you sound like an owl? He can sound like the rain. Dibble, 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 dop. Dibble, 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 dibble. Dop, dop, dop. Look at all that rain. He can sound like a clock. He can tick. He can talk. He can sound like a hand on a door. Knock, knock. Boom, boom, boom. Mr. Brown is a wonder. Boom, boom, boom. Mr. Brown makes thunder. He makes lightning. Splat, splat, splat. It's very, very hard to make a noise like that. He's pretty talented, isn't he? Mr. Brown can whisper, whisper. Very soft, very high. Like the soft, soft whisper of a butterfly. Maybe you can too. I think you ought to try. Can you try to make a whisper like a butterfly? Oh, the wonderful sounds Mr. Brown can do. Why don't you try to do them too? Turn the page and let's review. Moo. Buzz, buzz. Pop, pop. Clop. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Hoo, hoo. Dibble, dibble, dop. That was the rain, remember? Tick, tock. That was the clock. Knock, knock. Boom, boom, splat. Then last, a whisper, whisper, and that is that. That's a great little book. And now we're going to do Dr. Seuss's amazing alphabet book. This ought to be good, huh? Big A, little a. What begins with A? Auntie Annie's alligator. Auntie Annie has an alligator? A, A, A. Big B, little b. What begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles. Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Bzzz. Makes a noise like Mr. Brown did. Big C, little c. What begins with C? Camel on the ceiling? C, C, C. Big D, little d. What begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog. A duck dog? D, D, D. I love silly books. Big E, little e. What begins with E? Ear, egg, elephant. E, E, E. Big F, little f. What begins with F? 4 fluffy feathers on a fiffer, pfeffer, pfeff. My goodness. Big G, little g. What begins with G? Goat and goo goo goggles. Goat and goo goo goggles. G, G, G. Big H, little h. What begins with H? Hungry horse, hen in a hat. That's just silly, isn't it? H, H, H. Big I, little I. What begins with I? Itchy, itchy, Ichabod. I. Big J, little j. What begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar. J, J, J. Big K, little K, what begins with K? Kangaroo and kite. K, K, K. Big L, little L, what begins with L? Lion with a lollipop. L, L, L. That's another silly one, isn't it? Big M, little m, what begins with M? Mice in the moonlight. M, M, M. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties, nightshirt, and nose. Big O, little o, what begins with O? Ostrich, oil, orange owl. O, O, O. Big P, little p, what begins with P? Painting some pajamas pink. P, P, P. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy and her quacking quackaroo. Oh, it's a crackaroo. Big R, little r, what begins with R? Rosie's red rhinoceros. R, R, R. Big S, little s, what begins with S? Sammy's sipping soda pop. S, S, S. Big T, little t, what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle tree. Is there 10? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are indeed 10 turtles on a tuttle tree. Big U, little u, what begins with U? Uncle Ub's umbrella and his underwear too. Big V, little v, what begins with V? Verna Vera Vin and her violet violin. She's very talented. Big W, little w, what begins with W? Willie's in the wash tub, washing Waldo Woo. That's nice, scrubbing his back for him. That's nice. Big X, little x, what begins with X? X-ray and xylophone. X, X, X. You see him? Big Y, little y, what begins with Y? A yawning yellow yak with Yolanda on his back. That's a big yawn. He must be really tired. Big Z, little z, what begins with Z? A zizzer, zazzer, zuzz, as you can plainly see. Those are so cute. I love these little books. All right, now this one is by P.D. Eastman, and it's Are You My Mother? A mother bird sat on her egg. The egg jumped. I must get something for my baby bird to eat, she said. So away she went. She flew away from the nest. Inside the nest, the egg jumped. It jumped and jumped and jumped until out came a baby bird. Very cool. Where's my mother? He said. He did not see her anywhere. I will go and look for her, he said. Out of the nest he went. Down, 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 plop. He fell out. The baby bird could not fly, but he could walk. Now I will go and find my mother, he said. There he goes, off on his little quest. Are you my mother? The baby bird asked a kitten. The kitten just looked and looked. It did not say a thing. Are you my mother? The baby bird asked a hen. No, said the hen. The baby bird stopped to think. The kitten and the hen were not his mother. The dog and the cow were not his mother. No. I have a mother, said the baby bird. I know I do. I will find her. I will. I will. Just then, the baby bird saw a big thing. You are my mother, he said. The big thing said, snort. That's not his mother. No. "Oh, no," said the baby bird. "You are not my mother. You are a scary snort." Indeed. The snort lifted the baby bird up, up, up. Uh-oh. What's going to happen? What do you think? Then something happened. The snort put the baby bird right back in the tree. The baby bird was home. That was very nice of the snort to do, don't you think? I think so. Just then the mother bird came back. "I know who you are," said the baby bird. "You are not a kitten or a hen or a dog. You are not a cow or a snort. You are a bird, and you are my mother." Oh, very sweet. Well, that's it for the moment, and we'll get back to you in a few for some more great stories.